Hi everyone. Hi Josh. I'm here with Melodie Thompson. Josh Miller is behind the camera. And we just installed Melodie's second solo show at the gallery, which is just phenomenal. And you can read all about it on my website. Melodie, it was 1 year ago where we had the party for Wildflower, your first show.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there was a bartender and there were like 45 people in it.
Yeah.
Which seems hard to believe. But
Yeah. I know. It was kind of crowded, actually. I think we got a little sweaty, maybe even in the.
Got a little sweaty.
We were close.
And there were a whole bunch of red dots as well, because people are so moved by your work. That show was also a group of women, much like this show.
Yeah.
So I told you this video is to just help people get to know you a little bit. And at the end, there'll be a speed round. And if you don't want to answer something or want to skip it, just let me know and we'll keep going.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
So tell us a little bit about where you grew up and family, siblings.
Okay. Yeah, so I grew up in the middle of Indiana in farm country. There are 5 of us kids all together, and very rural, very agricultural, area, not really a whole lot going on, and it was very free because there wasn't really a whole lot to worry about. You could run acres and explore woods and climb on top of barns without your mom really knowing.
Go out in the morning and be home before it gets dark.
Yes, kind of thing. Yeah, so that's.
And where are you in the order of 5?
I'm the youngest.
The youngest.
I'm the youngest.
Baby.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your process. Like when you have an idea for a painting generally, or one of these women, do you sketch it first? Are you working from photographs? Tell us sort of what that looks like from the time you have an idea until you're actually painting.
Yeah. I'd actually prefer models, live models, versus working from a photograph, but I don't always have that luxury. And so I've done so many live drawing classes over the years that I keep a lot of that. And then I have reference photos. I have friends that have photos that they let me use. But I really do a little sketching, not a lot, on paper, but most of my time is spent on the board. So I will stain the board with paint, and I use black actually and sienna mixed together really thin, and then I draw it on there with vine charcoal. And I'll spend a day or two just with that process.
Okay.
Then when I start painting, it's really thin, so I kind of build thin layers of it.
And you say the board, you paint primarily on cradled maple.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
What is cradled maple?
It's different than canvas. So canvas has a little bit of a texture, a tooth to grab the paint, and the board is primarily smooth. So I have to gesso it for one thing because it would suck up all the paint, if I didn't do that. But I gesso it, but it creates this really nice surface with your brush, because I actually use a pretty tiny brush, and it kind of makes me move back and forth pretty quickly,
Fascinating.
Yeah, and it does it, you see a lot of like little shapes that end up on it, and I wouldn't be able to do that with canvas. It would blend together.
Like soak into the canvas, sort of.
Well, it would actually, because there's that texture, it would blend the paint more. When I'm working on a surface like this that's hard, it doesn't allow me to do that as easily. So if I blend, I really have to get back in there and work differently with it. So,
thank you.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about these women. I know you've told me they aren't specific individuals.
Yeah.
But how do they come to life, first of all? And then who are they to you? Do they develop personalities? Do you imagine who they are in life? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it is really interesting. It's really a combination of a lot of different women and a lot that I know. I have some type of relationship, whether they're family or friends or acquaintances that, you know, now at this age of my life, there's been a lot, and we've moved a lot, and I've got to know a lot of different, really interesting women. And so I start out with somewhat of an idea, but it's really organic how it happens. And, you know, I look at them and I think, okay, this is the hair, this is the color of the hair, this is, you know, what I want to do. And it just somehow comes together through memories, I think, that are in my mind of what I want to create. So,
and I didn't know last year I had a hunch because I love the work so much, but I thought, I mean, are people going to buy, in essence, portraits of women that they don't know? And the answer is, well, yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. They love them. So, next question. Tell me a little bit about your experience in Columbus as an artist.
Oh, yeah.
Thoughts on the arts community, how you've experienced that, and if you have a favorite spot or a moment that you've had in Columbus that sort of crystallizes Columbus for you?
Yeah. I mean, there's so much. I mean, we've been here for quite a while now, and I've been in several different groups. I've been in the plein air group. You know, I've been a part of the Short North artists area, Delaware. There was a little bit going on there too. What I would say about Columbus is, and the art community, is everyone is like connected and wants to help. They want to help you connect with other people and see how they can help you grow as an artist, which I think is really, really cool. And I know older artists, I know a lot of younger artists, and so that's what I think is cool about Columbus, is that there's kind of this excitement about the arts and being involved in it, whether you're old or, you know, just starting out and younger. So I feel like it's been an amazing experience. I've, you know, got to mentor a couple people and help them along with their career, but I've also had people who've pushed me and not even asking for it, but they've, you know, helped me. So I think it's great that way. I mean, I think I started out, you know, going to Paul Hamilton. I followed him fairly closely at first and loved his stuff. I got to know Joey Monsoon, and he's been incredible in the relationship there. So yeah, it's been really, really cool.
Yeah, I found that too. I mean, the support of each other, whether it's gallery owners to gallery owners or artist to artist, it seems like there's a sense of that it's not competitive. It's that like the pie can get bigger and more people can celebrate art. Yeah. So it's pretty wonderful.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready for the speed round? Okay. What is your favorite word?
Probably adventure.
Okay. What is your least favorite word?
Repeat.
What turns you on?
Outdoors.
What turns you off?
Loud.
What is your favorite cuss word? You can
I'm not a big cusser, but
You're not, are you?
Yeah, probably.
Sorry, I'm a little truck driver. I'll try to be better.
If I say anything internally, that's probably it.
The F?
No, S.
S. Okay. What profession other than your own, being an artist, would you like to attempt?
You know, there's so many things I would love to do, and different things I have tried, not as like a virtual career, but just in the creative field, because I love, the bone is deep for creativity, I think there. But as far as like experientially to do, I think it would be cool to be a naturalist and work in like a national park.
Oh.
Because I love the outdoors, I love hiking, so I think I would, and I love studying nature, like getting into the details. Other than that, like I think it would be amazing to be a teacher in like a remote village somewhere, because there's so much you would learn, and I love kids. So those would be, at this point in my life, I think, and when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have said that, but now that's where I would be.
Okay, last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I probably welcome my daughter. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh.